Hey everyone, Jenny here with some exciting WNBA expansion news that's shaking up the league. Today we're diving into the Golden State Valkyries' first major moves as they build their inaugural roster. The WNBA's newest team, the Golden State Valkyries, is making waves with their first ever player selections. And let me tell you, they're starting to piece together what could be an interesting roster. They've got their eyes set on Kate Martin from the Las Vegas Aces and Kayla Thornton from the New York Liberty. Now let's talk about Kate Martin for a minute. If you've been following college basketball, you might remember her from Iowa, where she played alongside the sensational Caitlin Clark. Martin's journey to the WNBA is actually pretty interesting. She was at the draft supporting her teammate Clark, who went first overall to Indiana, and ended up getting picked herself at number 18 by the Aces. Talk about a memorable draft night. Her rookie season with the Aces was a bit of a learning experience. Playing behind some of the biggest names in women's basketball, she managed to get about 11 minutes per game, putting up around 2.6 points and grabbing 1.6 rebounds. The Aces are absolutely stacked with talent. I mean, when you've got players like A'ja Wilson, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, and Chelsea Gray on your roster, playing time is going to be tough to come by. Speaking of the Aces roster decisions, it's pretty telling that they chose to protect their core 4 stars but left Martin unprotected. It's not really a knock on Martin, it's more about the incredible depth the Aces have built. This could actually be a blessing in disguise for Martin, as she might get more playing time with the Valkyries to really show what she can do. Then we've got Kayla Thornton, who brings a completely different dynamic to the table. She's coming off a championship season with the Liberty, which is huge for bringing that winning mentality to a new franchise. At 32, she's got the veteran experience that'll be crucial for building team culture. Her numbers might not jump off the page. 5.5 points and 2.6 rebounds in about 20 minutes per game, but her impact goes way beyond the stat sheet. What's really interesting about this expansion draft is how it's structured. Each existing WNBA team can protect 6 players, which means the Valkyries get to pick from the rest. It's like a strategic game of chess. Do you go for experienced veterans, or try to snag young talent with potential? Looking ahead, the Valkyries aren't just stopping with the expansion draft. They've got the 5th pick in the 2025 WNBA draft, plus free agency and trades to look forward to. This is just the beginning of their roster construction. And I've got to say, starting with a mix of young talent and championship experience isn't a bad way to go. You know what's fascinating about expansion teams? They get to build their identity from scratch. The Valkyries are writing their story right now. And these first picks will always be part of their history. Martin might not have gotten much playing time with the Aces, but she could become a cornerstone for this new franchise. And having someone like Thornton, who just won a championship, that's the kind of leadership you need when you're building something from the ground up. The WNBA's growth is really something to behold. Adding new teams like the Valkyries shows how the league is expanding, and it's creating more opportunities for players to showcase their talents. This is exactly what the league needs. More teams, more spots for players, and more chances for fans to connect with the game. Remember, this is just the start for the Valkyries. They're going to need time to build chemistry, develop their system, and establish their place in the league. But with these initial picks, they're showing they understand the importance of balancing youth and experience. It's going to be fascinating to watch how they continue to build their roster and what kind of team identity emerges in their inaugural season. Keep your eyes on this space. The WNBA expansion story is just getting started, and the Valkyries are making sure they're not just participating. They're planning to compete. This is Jenny, and I'll keep you updated as more developments unfold in this exciting new chapter of WNBA basketball.